Alright guys, today I'm going to do Whitehouse Road by Tyler Childers, one of my favorite artists, and the song is actually pretty simple and it's a really fun one to play and just kind of strum along with, and I just love this song. I love all of his songs. I'm a big Tyler Childers fan, so let's go ahead and jump into it. It's pretty simple because it's the whole thing all the way through. There's only one real change, and that's like a little bridge part, but it's really just 3 chords, okay? So the first thing you need is a capo, and the capo is going to be on the 5th fret. Now we're actually going to do this in drop D tuning. Okay, so that's when you're going to have, you can either do this before you put the capo on, where you tune your D string, your low E string to a D note that's going to match your D string, or you can put it on the 5th fret and then do it. You just need to make sure that your low E and your D string match, okay? Alright, and I'm just going to tell you the chords relative to the capo. So like for example, if I say 2nd fret, I mean relative to the capo, which technically would be the 7th in this case, but you get what I'm saying there, right? So this is going to be on the 5th fret, and again we're just going to use 3 chords through this entire song with some embellishments. So our first chord is, let me just get a little closer here. First chord is just a pretty standard D chord. The cool thing here is that when you have it in drop D like this, you can strum the whole 6 strings, right? Alright, so the only difference here is you're going to put your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, then you're going to put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and you're going to leave that high E string open. Typically, you do that with a D, the 2nd fret of the high E, but you don't want to do that in this one. You just want to leave it open. This allows your middle finger to kind of do some embellishments. So it starts like this. Alright, so what that is you're using your middle finger. You're going to come to the 3rd fret of the A. You're going to play open A, hammer on the 3rd fret, open D, hammer on the 3rd fret, pull off of the 3rd fret, and then 3 on the A, open D. Okay, so again that's... Strum the D chord, you can periodically kind of bring your pointer finger on and off of that 2nd fret of the G string, and it sounds good just to kind of periodically do that. Alright, the next chord is very, very simple. You're actually never really moving your ring finger. It's going to stay rooted on that 3rd fret of the B string. Then you're going to put your middle finger and you're going to go to the 3rd fret of the A string, okay? This is like a C sustained or some sort. You can check me in the comments on what this is, but you're just going to have those 2 going, which is just your middle finger and your ring finger, the 3rd fret of the A string, 3rd fret of the B string. You don't want to strum the low E here. You do want to keep that muted. You can use that with your palm or kind of use your thumb to kind of dead it. However you want to do that. So you got strumming that D chord, that C chord, and then the only other thing you need to do, so this is technically going to be a G chord, but he does like a slide up to it, and then all you're really playing is just your middle finger on the 5th fret of the low E string, and I use my middle finger, kind of the fat of it, to palm mute the A string so that's not ringing out. And then you're just kind of strumming all that. And then when you're ready to go back to the D string to start that whole thing over, you slide down, oop, that didn't sound good, to the 3rd fret of the low E, and then you pull, you do like a half bend down, pulling it down, and then open. Okay, so let's do that again. Alright, so we'll slow that down. Alright, so that's the whole song. And then, there's verses and chorus. you can embellish there is while you're strumming along. You can always do embellishments when you're playing that D chord of that intro that we played. You can always do those, always sound good. Now the only last part is there's in the last verse, there's a bridge right before you go back to the chorus. It goes, all men, women are shallow gray, same old blues, just a different day. And all that is your G chord, which in this case is just your 5th fret of the low E, and you're just strumming along with that. As far as the strum pattern goes, the only other thing I would add here is I like to do a lot of palm muting. He seems to do that too throughout the verses. And then the choruses you can just do kind of wide open. That moonshine, get me higher than a grocery bill. Take my troubles to the heart. Throw 'em in the river and get your fill. Alright, so I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to clear anything up, if there's anything wrong, or a myriad of things that I could have done incorrectly. Please do let me know. I want to address anything that I could work on. Thank you, guys.